Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bridging the Gap. Make sure to leave a like on this video down below and subscribe. My name is Alvin. I lean right on most issues, and I'll be representing the Republican side.
My name is Luke. I lean left on most issues, and I'll be representing the Democratic side. Now, in this video, we'll be looking at uh, the 2024 presidential election as a rematch between incumbent President Joe Biden versus the former president, Donald J. Trump. Yes.
Yeah, so this is going to be our sort of 2024 prediction for this at this time. Um, we can see here Biden is likely going to run with his same Vice President Harris, if he runs, because he wants to show stability. And also, I don't think the black voters would be too happy if he replaced her. But President Trump is not going to be running with Vice President Pence. If he did, I would be extremely shocked. But right now we have Trump's VP pick being Elise Stefanik, the current conference chair of the Republican caucus in the House of Representatives, and that's mostly because of this one comment that was made about how Trump, Stefanik might be president in 2028. That might be hinting towards something. I don't know. But we'll be seeing some stuff. Some things have been said about Stefanik. All right.
And also, I will also note with Stefanik, whichever it is, something notable about her is she's one of the few Republicans in Congress who actually endorsed Trump's 2024 presidential run so far.
She might be angling for for being VP pick. Anyways, let's keep going and go towards our general election, where we have Biden and Trump, and a lot of these safe states just don't matter, but some of them we do need to talk about. For example, at this point, I am very confident in putting Colorado as a safe state, and probably New Mexico too. What do you think?
Yeah, Colorado, New Mexico for sure. Colorado. I mean, it's been pretty clear that Colorado's been moving left, especially after the 2022 results. Just kind of just reaffirms that. And I would say, yeah, New Mexico, and I would even go as far to say, like, looking at this map, Virginia as well. I think they'll all be solidly blue in an election and a rematch between Biden and Trump. I don't know. I think just Trump lost a lot of the middle and a lot of those independent moderate voters. So yeah, I think Biden might even improve his margins in those states compared to 2020.
He'll definitely improve in Colorado. Not exactly sure about New Mexico, but let's just keep going. We have a lot of states to get to. Let's go ahead and move on to some more safe states that we could characterize. I'm pretty confident in characterizing Virginia as a safe blue state. Now, it might be on the border, but Trump is just not so well liked by the voters that voted for Biden in 2020 and then decided to vote for Glenn Youngkin in 2021. I think Biden is going to be able to win this, unless maybe Youngkin runs for Senate. Then we'll see how I move it just a little.
That's true.
All right. And then, of course, we have the Trumpian states where Trump has a chance to make it into a likely margin. Now, what are your thoughts on Iowa and Ohio?
Iowa and Ohio. I don't know. I find this really interesting. Iowa, I'm not going to say. I'm not too sure about which way it'll shift. I know Trump. Trump is the Midwest. Like he does really good for Republican in the Midwest. Like comparing his margins in 2020 to what happened to Republicans in like Michigan, for example, in 2022. I mean, there's a clear difference. Like Trump got it close. Like I mean, he won Michigan in 2016, for example. I'm just using Michigan as an example. In 2020, he got it close. In 2022, Republicans completely flopped there. Like anytime Trump wasn't on the ballot, they just flopped there. So I don't know. Like, and that goes for basically the whole Midwestern region. So I don't know. Iowa, I think, is for me likely safe. And for Ohio, I mean, you're going to have that Democrat Sherrod Brown on the ballot. I don't know. I still kind of see Ohio staying in that likely zone. I mean, Tim Ryan kept it in that likely area in 2022. So for me, I think for me both likely. Well, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm more confident in putting Iowa as a safe red state. I think Ohio for sure is going to be likely. Ohio, uh, honestly, they exceeded my expectations in their vote splitting capabilities. I did not think they could split so much for DeWine and Vance, but they did. So I think the moderates are still going to vote for Biden now more than ever. But with Trump's turnout, I think he's going to keep Ohio as a likely state. Now, Iowa, I think, is teetering on the border and could definitely move into a safe state. But with Trump's lackluster performance, his Trump endorsed candidates not doing so well in 2022, I'm more confident
Yeah,
putting it as likely.
I will even say like Chuck Grassley got like a 12-point win, and Iowa just like pretty barely in that safe margin. In 2022, which is supposed to be
Yeah.
like a Republican year. So I don't know. Could Trump do that? Not really sure. I think yeah, likely is the best choice for Iowa there. Okay, let's
All
keep
right.
moving.
Let's definitely keep moving.
Are there any
Now,
more safe?
there are a few. I think Alaska could be considered safe. Trump won that by 10 points.
That's pretty on
And
the border.
it is on the border, and I think it's better to put this one as likely at this point. It's been shifting to the left just slowly and slowly, and Household is on the ballot again, and they're going to split their votes. I think it's going to be barely and too likely.
Yep, I agree with that. Like if you look at the trends for Alaska, it's been shifting ever so slightly to the left over time. Oh, but one before, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
we can characterize that. But something else that I think might be in the safe margin, like 10 points or over, is Nebraska's second congressional district. Basically that encompasses Omaha. I think Biden could get it there. Into that safe margin, he won it by 7. It's been moving to the left. I think like the last time Democrats won it, like before 2020, it was like Obama in like 2008 maybe. But yeah, I think it's from 2020 onward, it's going to continue to keep moving to the left.
How is the redistricting on that one? How has it changed?
Okay, well, I think the redistricting made it move actually like a point like to the right. But I will say though that the Democrat who ran in the House district in 2022 this year got it really close against an incumbent who's really popular there. So I think that shows me that it's like still charging to the left, and I think like Biden going against a more extreme candidate like Trump, I think it's enough to like make it like a fully solid blue district.
Okay, honestly, I don't know too much about the redistricting there and the dynamics of that one district, so I'll give it to you for now. Let's just continue. Now, I think it's pretty clear that the rest would be really close, but we also have Maine second district. Maine second district is also a little funky. How did the redistricting there go?
I think it moved like something like 0.7 to the left or so. It was like very
yeah.
like it didn't move much.
It's probably
like,
still
it's about
in the
same
likely margin.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it's
right.
probably still in that more.
Yeah, and then we have a state, the state of Maine itself. Biden won by 9.1, and I could see that shifting a little more. I think we could honestly put that one into safe, maybe.
Yep, I agree.
All right, the state of Maine as a whole. Now, then there's the question of Florida. We should bring up Florida. Trump won by 3 points. Obviously, barely won it in 2016. But this year, in 2022, the Republicans won by 15 plus points across the board in statewide offices. And Trump's not DeSantis, but Trump is a Republican. And I think there might be a case here to put Florida in the safe margin, Luke.
I actually, for Trump, I don't think so. I think Marco Rubio and Ron DeSantis are just like different breeds in Florida. They're popular there. They're able to build like a big coalition, a big diverse coalition. Trump did well in 2020. I think he can get it into a likely margin, but like over 10, I think for Trump is a bit of a stretch. I mean, yeah, like he still has a lot of baggage. I can't see that really happening. Him getting over 10 in Florida. Trump, no, maybe DeSantis, but like not Trump.
DeSantis 100%. Trump. All right. I still honestly think this would be a safe margin. I think even generic candidates statewide got it over 10, right? So
Yeah, but Trump isn't a generic candidate, I would say. Like, he's not really a generic. I mean, calling Trump generic is kind of nuts, bro. I mean,
yeah,
this
but I don't
guy.
think he would underperform a generic candidate by too much.
Oh well, I think he
So
could, right? Because
I
like, I
don't
mean,
think he would in Florida. Florida's not particularly super well educated, and I think Republicans are still flooding the state, um,
hmm,
which would bring him over 10.
I don't know.
But
This, I'm pretty certain it would be like, but I don't know. What do you want to? How do you want to resolve this dispute here?
how would we resolve this dispute? I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just put it in safe for now because we did move Nebraska second in a
Okay,
safe,
sure,
and it's
fine,
the
fine,
same
fine. That's
thing.
all right.
All
It's all
right,
right.
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let's continue on with. I don't think any of the other state, maybe New Hampshire or Minnesota. Minnesota's at 7.1 and New Hampshire at 7.4. They shifted more in 2022. Would they be safe?
This is good. Yeah, this is like a well, at least for New Hampshire, it's borderline because we saw like Bolduc, Don Bolduc versus
Ooh,
Maggie Hassan in New
yeah.
Hampshire. Bolduc is a Trump-like candidate. You know, he took all these like crazy positions on like how like go like on how like people should be elected and stuff. He was an election denier, sort of that Trumpian image. He lost by 9 points, so not quite a safe margin. Um, I don't know. I actually, you know what? Wow, this feels weird saying. I
Well,
actually think, well, and you know, yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be likely. New
I
Hampshire
think this
and
is safe. I think New Hampshire's safe. I think the educated citizens of New Hampshire will continue to move this when Trump is on the ballot. I think he'll do even worse than
but
Bolduc.
I mean, I don't know. I was about to say that, but then I thought like this is Biden. Also, he's gonna be like old
Mm.
as heck, and like I don't know. Like he's not the most popular dude either.
All right, we'll
Uh,
put it in likely for now then. Let's just
yeah.
continue on with Minnesota. And
Hmm.
Minnesota, I think, is probably likely as
Yeah,
well.
probably about the same. I agree.
All
Yeah.
right, let's
Hmm.
just stay consistent. All right, the final states, these are the ones that are definitely not safe. And I think we should start with Texas here. And I
Yeah.
think my opinion is that Texas will remain in the likely column. Now, this is a hot take. People think Texas is moving into lean, and I disagree. I think even though Trump's on the ballot and he's not the best candidate, I think Biden's presence on the ballot is also going to repel people in
Hmm.
Texas. I think it's going to stay just around 5 to 6 points.
Yeah, I think it'll move in the lean. Just because I mean you could argue on the Republican side, like, oh, the Hispanic shifts in Texas are gonna carry us. But then again, I think there's like the suburbs are the bigger target.
How much
Like
did Abbott win by?
Abbott won by like 11 or
10.9.
12.
Yeah,
All right.
11.
Yeah.
11.
But I will say, I mean, Abbott is historically been far more popular in Texas. And also, he didn't really move those Hispanic border counties that much. In terms like I think even Beto O'Rourke moved them to the left a bit comparatively to 2020. So I found that really interesting too. So I don't know. Like there's mixed signals coming out of Texas. And I do think that the suburbs are gonna be like are gonna move even more to the left than they were in 2020. And I think the state that'll shift the state a few more points to the left and it'll be in a lean margin. And
All
also,
right.
I mean, when you
Well,
have a candidate like like Trump, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
we'll just put it into lean for now then. All right.
Mhm.
Now the rest of the states are the ones that decide the election every single time. And I think we should just, I don't know, go from west to east. Yes.
Sure.
All right, let's start with Nevada, where in our last prediction, we put Nevada as a Till Republican state.
Mm.
And at this point, I think we can move this back into the Democrats column. It's just a question of Till or lean.
Yeah. I essentially agree with that. Um, I mean, yeah, there's the right leaning Hispanic and the Hispanic shifts in Nevada, but also Trump. I mean, that Trump image was kind of just rejected in 2022. I think it'll be lean blue as of right now.
Yeah,
Barely, like by
honestly,
1%.
yeah, probably lean blue. I mean, we've seen Lombardo win, but Laxalt lose in 2022. It's interesting how Nevada is might still keep shifting to the right, but Trump's just weak. I don't believe in him right now to do
Yeah,
much.
especially after calling for the termination of parts of the Constitution. That does not
I
exactly
actually
make
don't
you
think that
appealing.
I don't think that's gonna make that much of an impact. Kind of got
Well, I'm sure. Like, I mean, maybe that won't. But I mean,
yeah.
there's a whole list of things with Trump, like January 6th. I
Yeah.
mean, you can go on and on and on.
I just think shot himself in the foot for sure. All right, let's move to Arizona, where this one is now a question of lean or likely.
This is
Which
true.
this is very true. And Biden only won this by a point, so it's sort of difficult to see this go all the way to a likely margin. But 2022 was really bad for Republicans in the state, for the extremists that ran up and down the ticket. But can Biden really get this into +5? I'm not sure about that.
I mean, yeah, Mark Kelly didn't even get it in the
Yeah,
+5. He had a
like
4.9. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's way safer putting this into lean
Yeah,
Democrat.
I think he'll probably. I think Biden, if it was a Biden Trump rematch, Biden will probably end up winning by like 3. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's continue. And let's go to Wisconsin next, where Wisconsin could be very well the tipping point of the election, as it is a lot of times. Now, in 2020, Biden barely won the state. And it remains to be seen if Trump can come back in the Rust Belt like he did in 2016 and sweep these states like he would have to win this
Yeah.
election. And right now, I just don't believe in him that much. But I think the closest state of the three in the Rust Belt will be Wisconsin. And this is likely to be a lean state, in my opinion.
Lean for who?
For Democrats, with the
Yeah.
Biden Harris ticket.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of agree. I will say I was kind of shocked a bit by Wisconsin in 2022. I did think like the Republicans would do better than they did. I mean, the Democrats held their governor's seat. They held their Secretary of State position in the state. So I mean, it's still a swing state. I thought we'd see Wisconsin move more to the right, and we haven't really been seeing that. I know Trump hits different in the Midwest,
He
but
does hit different.
yeah, I don't. Is it enough?
Probably
Especially
not
with
right now. Not with his
yeah.
weakened state right now. Maybe
But I will say,
before he did.
I will say, Ron Johnson did manage to win. I mean, he has incumbency advantage, but he did manage to win.
But
Like
he's
he's a Trumpy
Ron
candidate.
Johnson. He has a history of just pulling it out for no reason. So it's different.
Mm, yeah, I'm like lean tilt blue. I think Biden has advantage though. So
All
I
right.
mean,
Well, we'll just put it lean then.
okay.
All right, let's go to Michigan, where I think this one is going to be farther than Wisconsin for sure. Biden won the state by 3, and I think he could get this to likely by
Yeah, same.
2024. Trump's just really not doing well after those 2022 elections in really anyone's mind except those who are delusional. So
Yeah,
let's continue.
yeah. After Whitmer's
Georgia.
performance, mhm.
Georgia is going to move even further to the left, as we all know. But I'm not sure if Biden can get this into likely. Ooh, that would be really difficult for him to do. But it's possible. It's just a little out of reach, probably.
Yeah, I think it's just lean. Yeah,
It's just a little
the
bit out of
trends
reach.
keep it lean. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now we
PA
have
next or North Carolina?
North Carolina is this part that's more to the west. So we'll do North
Oh,
Carolina.
you're okay.
Now, yeah. Now, North Carolina is just weird. Like
It's been a tease for Dems, you know?
it's
Yeah.
and a tease for Dems. I think it's going to continue to be a tease for Dems. I don't think
Oh, you think
Biden's
so?
going. I actually don't think Biden's going to be able to crack North Carolina, even with everything else. I think it's just going to. I think Trump's going to win it by a tilt margin here, but it's going to
I
continue to tease.
I actually think it'll flip. I think it'll be tilt blue because I mean, I don't know. It's just I think Trump's made his image worse after 2022. I think that Trump image is kind of deteriorated enough to flip this state. Like
You think so?
I don't know. I do think so. I think
You do think so?
I think North Carolina
Is Roy
could
Cooper
go
allowed
blue.
to run again? He isn't,
Oh no, he
right?
can't. Oh yeah,
That
he
might
can't.
hurt him. You know,
That
that
might
might
hurt a
hurt
little.
Biden just enough.
Yeah, I think it's tilt blue.
I think it's
But
still blue. Uh-oh. There's a dispute here. There's dispute here. All right, let's just go to Pennsylvania then. Then we can resolve North Carolina.
okay.
Now, Pennsylvania, I think, is probably just continuing to go to the Democrats just by how much. And this one I could see on par with Michigan actually, moving into likely, but I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, you have a popular Dem senator running. I believe you
Yeah.
have Bob Casey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that'll help out Biden.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, yeah, Biden won PA. Trump's
It's
image
just like
again. I mean,
Pennsylvania.
I
Yeah,
think it's lean.
Pennsylvania.
I'll put it
People.
lean.
Okay, I mean, people just don't care in Pennsylvania if you can't talk. Like debates don't matter in Pennsylvania. So
I mean,
even
yeah,
if
Oz got
even if
obliterated.
even if Biden can't speak, it's okay for him in Pennsylvania because yeah, they don't care about that. So we'll just move to North Carolina now. I don't know how to dispute this. So how do you want to dispute this call?
I mean, I could maybe just type in coin flip into my laptop and
Put it in. I'm calling heads. Yeah, I'm
flipping.
calling heads. It's always heads.
Okay. It is heads.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
wait,
always it's literally
is
always
it
heads.
literally always heads?
It's literally always heads.
Wait, does it literally just flip back and forth between heads and tails all the time?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm just joking. Yeah, but there we go. It's
dude, I'm spamming it and it's literally just flipping between heads and tails.
It'll change. All right.
Oh,
well,
it did change.
Here's the
God.
final prediction of bridging the gap in December 2022. We really wanted to get out a video to you guys, even with everything going on. So here we go. 235 for Trump Stefanik, 303 for Biden Harris. Starting in January, we'll be making sure to release a lot more content, but bear with us as we try to finish up all our work in December. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video down below. Comment, of course. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Yeah. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
See ya.